Okay, great. So, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Aziz, and I'm happy to welcome you to a new educational bridge webinar. Today, we are going to talk about studying in Switzerland, and more specifically about the International Institute in Geneva. We are joined by Danai, who is International Mission Manager at the International Institute in Geneva. Danai, thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you very much for inviting me, and I'm really excited to share more information about our school.
That's great. So also today we'll be joining by a very special guest, Dana, who is a student at IIG and the UN intern. Dana, thank you so much. And how are you doing?
Hello, everyone. First of all, thank you, Aziz, for organizing this webinar. So my name is Dana. Now I'm interning at UN. I recently graduated from IIG, International Institute in Geneva, Business Administration. So let's continue our presentation.
Yeah, that's great. So today we'll be talking about studying in Geneva, about programs that we have at IAG, about the admission, about student life, internships, and so on. So before we start, the last thing I wanted to say is that if you are us live, please feel free to leave your questions in the chat. We'll have a Q&A session towards the end, and we'll try to answer as many of your questions as possible. So that's it from my side. Let's get started. Danai, please. You can show us your presentation and talk us a bit about your university.
Of course, of course. Once again, thank you very much for organizing this and for inviting our school. Let me share my screen. Could you please confirm that you can see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Great. So I'll try to give the presentation brief. I don't want to talk too much, and I know it's very, very valuable that Dana is also here because she can share her experience, her perspective as a graduate from IIG. So let's start. First of all, I'm Dana, part of the admissions team here at IIG and Geneva Business School, and I would like also to share a few information about this very recent marriage that happened here in Geneva. So we're now part of the biggest group of higher institutions in Switzerland, alongside with Geneva Business School Lausanne, and Barcelona Technology School that very recently joined our network. So we're now 3 schools in Geneva, 4 schools in Barcelona, one global platform, which is really exciting for everyone because we have the opportunity to share more opportunities with students, with professors, and so on. Right now we share 3 campuses altogether. Our headquarters, of course, is in Geneva. But we also have campuses in Barcelona and in Madrid, in Spain, where also students have the opportunity to have a cross-campus experience, meaning that a student can start their studies in Geneva and then spend the semester and transfer to our campus in Barcelona for 1 semester or 1 year, or in Madrid, or the other way around. So it's mix and match. It's really flexible and a really nice opportunity for students to have this multicultural experience. More specifically, of course, we will focus on International Institute in Geneva, but I'll try also to add some information about our sister schools that may be of your interest. International Institute in Geneva was founded in 1997, so it's almost 30 years old. And what makes our school unique, and our network, of course, of schools very unique, is the fact that we offer education for the 21st century business, meaning that our teaching method is more project-based and more hands-on. We have small classes in order to provide more personalized kind of education, more interactive lectures. We really want students to be closer to the professors, closer to each other. The fact that we're a small school really helps to have a more active more active community on campus, and we're able, of course, to support as much as possible. Our courses are fully taught in English in all of the campuses, but of course you have the chance also to learn French or Spanish in Spain. And of course we provide a very, very international network. It's our top priority to maintain the diversity on campus. We recruit students from all over the world. This is something really important for us and very unique for our business school. And of course, industry events and networking. We really focus on connecting students with the labor market. We have a career advisor on campus who helps everyone individually with their CV, their LinkedIn profile, apply for jobs and internships. We really try to organize career events on campus. We invite guest speakers to give presentations to students. We really try to create and to provide opportunities for students, because we understand how important it is for international students who come to Switzerland or to Spain for their studies. Some of our key points and key statistics were among the top 10 business schools in Switzerland. Of course, as mentioned, we're a very, very international school. Students come from over 80 countries in Geneva to study with us. We have a huge alumni network in over 100 countries, and we organize events, alumni events, in order also to connect current students with graduates. We offer 22 exchange programs with universities in 17 countries, and more specifically, I would like to show you here a map with our global network. We have partnerships with different universities worldwide, and so we connect, of course, students with other universities worldwide and help them applying for further studies later on. Something that it's really important, we receive many requests about accreditations and memberships, so we understand it's something really important for everyone to know how their diploma is recognized. Well, first of all, we're a private institution, and this means that we don't have like the Swiss public accreditation. However, IAG is an accredited institution by the British Accreditation Council, BAC. It's the third here in this slide. British Accreditation Council, which means that the diploma is globally recognized. However, since it's a private institution, this is something that, of course, every public university or the public sector in general, in every country, have their own policies, their own rules. So it's subject to each university's admissions policies, and of course, this is something every student needs to check, based, of course, on their plans, on their future plans and future career goals. Also, the fact that we're in partnership with the University of Plymouth, which is a public British public university, and students have the opportunity to get a double degree from the University of Plymouth for most of our programs. Means that I'll share more details later on, but the fact that students can get a double degree from the University of Plymouth is I would say, the biggest advantage, because the University of Plymouth is a public university, so the diploma is globally recognized. You won't have any issue in any country applying for other bachelor or master programs, any kind of jobs anywhere in the world. And of course, some other local memberships that that we participate in some other bodies, educational bodies, and memberships. So I would like to highlight here some of the main points for studying in Switzerland, more specifically. Of course, Switzerland is becoming a very popular destination for studies abroad because of the strong and robust economy, because it's a very, very innovative country, like a top in higher education in general, of course, because of the high quality of life, and because it's the home of many international organizations, and specifically Geneva, I would say. Geneva specifically is the city of, is a very, very international city. First of all, there are over 1,000 international organizations, NGOs. It's, of course, the second home of the United Nations. Many, many opportunities for many fields like business, international relations, and diplomacy. Is the city, the heart of Europe. So, yeah, I mean, apart from career opportunities, you will also have the opportunity to travel a lot in Europe, and to connect, I would say, with many international people here in the city. So let's see here specifically our portfolio. We offer bachelor programs in international relations and diplomacy. Please ignore the first one for business administration, as we very recently decided to merge it with our programs in Geneva Business School that I'll show you a bit later. We offer international relations and diplomacy program and international management with specialization in international law, taxation, and trade. And as mentioned before, students have the opportunity to get a double degree program, meaning that studying 3 years with us, with International Institute in Geneva, you can get 2 diplomas, one from International Institute in Geneva and one from University of Plymouth. You don't have it. This whole double degree program is optional. You don't have to decide from the beginning. During your 3rd year, you will be, during the 2nd year, you will be asked if you want to add this extra diploma, this pathway from University of Plymouth. You don't go to the UK, you stay here in Geneva with us, and during these 3 years, you get 2 diplomas. This is a very, very unique opportunity. Of course, again, it's optional, just to have in mind as an extra opportunity. The tuition fee for the programs, for bachelor programs, is 15,950 Swiss francs per semester for our campus in Geneva. And of course, as mentioned before, we also offer the same courses in Spain, where the tuition fee is more, is more affordable, and of course, the living cost in Spain is more affordable as well. So I thought it's a good opportunity and a good option to add it here for everyone who is considering Spain as well. The tuition fee is 9,550 euros, and as mentioned before, you can also do this cross campus thing, and you have to have this experience, and to get, of course, as many opportunities and experiences as possible. And here I would like also to add some information about the Geneva Business School programs, as we offer the Bachelor in International Management with 4 actually different specializations: international finance, entrepreneurship, sports management, and digital marketing. as the fifth one, international relations, was like moved to International Institute in Geneva. Again, the program lasts for 3 years, 6 semesters in all 3 campuses. The tuition fee is similar, 14,950 Swiss francs per semester in Geneva and 8,950 euros in Spain. Plus, there is an administration fee of 3,000 Swiss francs in Geneva and 1,100 euros in Spain. And in terms of entry requirements for bachelor programs, we share, I mean, the same admissions policies. So we need you to have a high school diploma or equivalent of IB diploma, minimum 30 points. And of course, we accept all national high school diplomas, A levels, so any kind of academic qualification you have, I would recommend sending to us, and we'll let you know if you're eligible or not. Proof of English proficiency, of course, if you're doing an IB or an English, a curriculum like an English, you don't need an extra English test. But this is here the requirements for bachelor programs, IELTS 6 or above. We also accept Duolingo, which is an online test, very easy and like quick to do. Of course, if you're interested in our programs, we'll share these details and this information via email, so you don't need to remember all this information right now. Just to have in mind, also we recently launched a pre-bachelor program. Currently, it runs only in Barcelona. We recommend it for students that they don't meet the minimum academic requirements. So it lasts only for 1 semester. It costs 8,950 euros for this semester, and then after students complete it like successfully, of course, they get admitted to the bachelor's program for another 3 years. And some information about our master programs. We have a master in international relations and diplomacy, same as the bachelor programs, and international trade and finance, with specialization in international taxation and trade. These courses are offered by International Institute in Geneva. The master programs last for 1 year, 2 semesters, but since we have the collaboration with University of Plymouth, students can add an extra semester. Students who study actually international relations and diplomacy can add this extra semester with University of Plymouth and get 2 diplomas, 2 degrees in 1.5 years. One again from International Institute in Geneva, one from University of Plymouth. And we also have a collaboration with Boston University. So students who graduate from the International Trade and Finance program can then apply and progress to Boston University, either online or on campus. They can even go to Boston and do this 1-year course, master program with Boston, and get again 2 diplomas, one from IAG, one from Boston University. And something I would like to highlight here that we're very proud of is that our Master in International Trade and Finance program was again selected amongst top 20 programs worldwide. This is something that we're very happy and proud about. And as you see here are like top universities worldwide, and our program was selected amongst them. And some information about the tuition fee. It's pretty much like similar with the bachelor program, 15,950 Swiss francs per semester for our campus in Switzerland, and 9,250 euros per semester for our campuses in Spain. And again, similar programs offered by our sister school, Geneva Business School, Master of International Management, with the same specializations: international finance, entrepreneurship, sports management, and digital marketing. The main difference is that these master programs last for 1.5 years, 3 semesters. And in terms of tuition fee, it's like similar again, 10,500 Swiss francs per semester for Switzerland, 7,250 euros per semester for Spain. Again, if you're interested, please let us know, and we'll send you the full information, the full details via email, so you have all this information written. And in terms of entry requirements for master programs, for Geneva Business School and International Institute in Geneva, we accept a bachelor's degree or equivalent, and of course, scanned copy of all your academic diplomas, transcripts, certificates. We evaluate all applications like case by case, because we understand sometimes that for some reasons students don't meet the entry requirements, or if we accept also applications from mature students, because also if they have relevant experience in the field, it's something really important for us. So if you're thinking about applying to IAG or GBS, I would recommend send us your application, and we'll let you know if you're good to go, if you're eligible for the program, or if we can suggest any alternative. Same for proof of English proficiency. Of course, the minimum score is a bit higher for master programs, but again, if you studied in English before, you don't need any extra proof of English. Another question, that's another request that we get a lot, is regarding the scholarships. If we offer scholarships, yes. We do offer limited academic scholarships, usually up to 30%, I would say. And of course, there are academic scholarships, so it's based on your previous academic, your academic background. We don't offer fully funded scholarships. This is another like inquiry we get a lot. We don't offer fully funded scholarships, but we offer limited academic scholarships, and it's a good opportunity if your academic background was very strong. Let us know. I mean, we will see, we will evaluate your application file, and we can inform you if you're eligible for the scholarship as well. Something that is really, really exciting and really unique about International Institute in Geneva, and I really want to share details about that. And of course, also Dana can share her experience in more detail, is the fact that we have this collaboration with the United Nations. We're the only institution in Switzerland that has this partnership with the UN. Actually, the collaboration is with Bufuna, which is an NGO part of the United Nations, and students. It's a new collaboration. So I would say every semester is a bit different, but I can share some information, and then of course, then I can share more details about that. This is an advanced training / internship program for all of our students who study with us, and students get this very, very unique opportunity and valuable access to the UN. For bachelor students, this happens in the 5th semester. You go there every Friday, you do the workshops, you participate in the conferences that happen this period. Every week there is a guided tour of a different department of the UN. Of course, at the end, you get a certificate that you were there, you did the workshops and everything. You have access to the UN library. And here I would like to show you how the program looks like. Of course, this is something that changes every semester, but just I'm sharing this just to have an idea about how it looks like. And yeah, of course, I would like also Dana later to share her experience about that. Here are some pictures. It's a really, really unique opportunity. And another thing I would like to highlight is about the career paths, because we also get many questions about that. What can I do after my studies? So we created these slides to show you what are some of the career paths for international relations and international management students, and what you can do after your studies with us. Of course, there are so many options, and sometimes we think that, for example, when we study international relations, that there is only one pathway, we become a diplomat or something very, very specific, but that's not actually true. There's so many opportunities and options for a different career pathway. And for example, you can have a career, of course, in a more like in an NGO, as a policy analyst, as a human rights associate. These are real examples of like career examples, and the institutions that offer these kind of positions. NGOs, non-profit, and humanitarian actions like advocacy and campaign manager, community programs officer, refugee support case workers. So many different pathways in the international trade and logistics and supply chain field, as an import export specialist, as a trade analyst, supply chain coordinator, of course in the tourism, hospitality sector and luxury service, as a guest relations manager, luxury retail client advisor. Again, these are just some examples, real examples, real advertisements of jobs. A compliance analyst in the fintech sector, which is really popular lately, in the technology and AI and digital transformation, as a tech policy analyst, trust and safety analyst, business development associate. Of course, in the marketing, branding, and global communications field, as an international marketing manager, as a brand ambassador, social impact communication specialist, and of course, as an entrepreneur, or to build your own startup. So this is, of course, this applies to any kind of studies. In the international aviation, travel and mobility, which I know it sounds really unique and really cool. In airline, as an airline sales manager, global mobility specialist, aviation policy analyst, and this last slide is like the non-traditional cool IR careers. As a sports diplomat, you can combine your studies with another specialization, for example, with sports, in luxury brand diplomat, international event manager, digital nomad consultant. So you see many different career pathways that, of course, you can select, you can create, and of course, being here in Geneva, you'll also get inspired by professors and by your peers, and create your own pathway, I would say. So the admissions process is really straightforward. You submit your, you fill out the contact form. We get in touch with you. You send us all required documents by email. We evaluate your application. You also you have to attend an admissions interview, and then after a few days, you receive the admissions feedback, the decision. And then, of course, you have also some time to decide if you want to confirm your seat with us by paying the administration fee, and then, of course, by paying also the first semester tuition fee. And once we receive the payments, we will send you all the necessary enrollment documents and assist you with the visa application process, with accommodation, and with all this kind of processes before your arrival. Of course, we'll take it step by step together, so don't worry, you don't have to remember all these details right now. It's just for you to have an idea of the timeline, and of course, we'll guide you step by step. Some information about accommodation, student accommodation. I know it's another question that's really important, and we understand that about student accommodation. As we're a small size institution, we don't have like dorms, our own accommodation, but we have partnership with student residences in the area. So based on your budget and on your needs, we help you book your room. Depends if it can be, these are some pictures of the student residences, but it can be a studio for one person. It can be a shared, like a room in a shared apartment. It can be a whole apartments. Depends on your like 3-bedroom shared apartment. Based on your needs, we will assist you and guide you further. So here is a list of companies that we noticed that hire IAG graduates, and it's part of our like network here in Switzerland. We also, as mentioned before, we try to organize career events on campus, career days. We invite representatives from companies and international organizations to give this the opportunity to students in order to expand their network, and of course find a job after graduation. And here, just to share a few photos and a few details about the student life in Geneva. Of course, Dana is the most suitable person to talk further about that. But from my side, as an admin staff here, I see that we have a very active student community on campus. The fact that we're a small school, I think it helps also build this and support this community on campus. Students are, I mean, they have, I know they share WhatsApp groups, they organize events, they organize sports activities, ski trips, many activities. That's I know it's really also important to enjoy your student life in any country, in Geneva, in Spain, anywhere. And I'm very happy to see that we have a very active community on campus. Yeah, and here some more details about what extracurricular activities students can do here in Geneva. Again, Dana will give us more details, but I know that students organize this kind of activities and events on campus and off campus. And of course, everyone is invited, and we really want everyone to be included in this kind of activities. That's it from my side. I hope I didn't wasn't too much. Yeah, thank you very much for your attention.
Much, that was really helpful and informative. That was great. And now I'd like to bring Dana into the conversation, because here at Educational Bridge, we believe that one of the best ways to understand the university is to hear from someone who's actually studied here. So Dana, again, thank you so much for being with us here. And like, just one of the first questions, can you tell us why did you choose to study at IAG? Like, what was your main factors when you decided that?
Thank you, Danai, for this presentation, and again, Aziz, for this webinar. So you've just heard about IAG and how I would like continue from a slightly different perspective as a former student. My name is Dana, and recently I graduated with a double bachelor's degree from IAG and University of Plymouth in the UK. So I did double degree in business management and business administration. So before I tell you about my experience, I want to ask you something. How many of you dream of studying abroad or maybe working for an international organization one day? I guess everyone wants to, and everyone has the same dream and the same goal. So a few years ago, I had exactly the same dream. I didn't have international experience, I didn't have professional connections, and honestly, I didn't really know how to start. So I want to share with you now how I went from being a student with very little experience to participating in Model United Nations conferences, organizing my own educational conference, or volunteering at international events, becoming a student ambassador, and eventually interning at United Nations in Geneva. And so a few years ago, I was probably in a very similar position to many of you who are just starting to apply to universities abroad. I was simply a student who was curious, ambitious, and willing to learn. I didn't have a perfect career plan. So during my university years, I started saying yes to opportunities. I became a student ambassador thanks to IAG. I participated in international MUN in, for example, Turkey, Malaysia, in Geneva, and something that I want you to remember, that careers are rarely built through one big opportunity. They are usually built through many small ones. So people often ask me, why did you choose Switzerland? For me, one of the biggest reasons was Geneva. And Geneva is an incredibly international city. You are surrounded by international organizations, non-government organizations, multinational companies, conference, diplomats, students, and professionals from all over the world. And when you're studying here, international relations are not something you only read about in textbooks. You can actually see that world around you. And I realized something very important during my studies. Your environment can influence your future. When you're surrounded by ambitious and international people, you're naturally start thinking bigger about what might be possible for you too. So of course, studying abroad isn't always as perfect as it looks on Instagram. When we imagine about studying abroad, we think about beautiful campus, traveling, meeting new people, becoming confident and successful. And of course, those things can happen. But there is another side. You are away from your family, you have to become independent, you're very quickly, and sometimes you feel lonely, and sometimes you doubt yourself. Sometimes things simply don't work out the way you plan. In my case, I actually changed universities 4 times before finding the right place for me. So at that time, that felt like a huge problem for me. And looking back now, I'm grateful for this, because every time something didn't work out, I learned more about myself and what I actually wanted. So if your journey doesn't look perfect, that doesn't mean you're going in the wrong direction. Sometimes changing direction is part of finding the right one. So it's never late to apply somewhere. It's never late to change university if you feel that it's not your place. So one of the decisions, best decisions I made as a student was joining Model United Nations, or MUN. I guess many of you knows what it is. It's like a practice simulation where you feel like you're at United Nations. You write, for example, resolution papers, negotiation. You improve your negotiation skills, public speaking, communication skills. So I participated in a conference in Malaysia. It was my first conference. And after that, I applied to WFUNA conference and then Turkey. So I want to tell you something funny. At the beginning, public speaking terrified me. English is not my first language, so standing in front of people and speaking confidently was definitely outside my comfort zone. But every conference made it a little easier. Every speech gave me more confidence. Every mistake taught me something, and eventually something that once scared me became something I genuinely enjoyed. People sometimes think that MUN is only about debating, but it's much more than that. You learn how to communicate your ideas clearly. You learn how to negotiate and how to listen people who completely disagree with you. And you learn how to work with people from different cultures and backgrounds. You develop critical thinking and leadership skills. And probably most important is develop confidence. So then at the one point, I had an idea. I wanted to organize my own educational conference in Kazakhstan, in my capital city, Astana. I offered my idea to the President Williamson. He's our president of IAG, and he supported me. I'm very grateful. So he just sent me to my country so that I can represent my university as a student ambassador. I didn't have a team. I didn't know exactly how to do it. So I just had an idea. So instead of waiting, I felt completely ready and I decided to try. And with support from IAG, which believed in the idea and sponsored the initiative, we managed to make it happen. So I organized an educational conference in Kazakhstan for around 20 participants. So this experience taught me that you don't need perfect conditions to start. Sometimes you just need to start and figure things out along the way. And another thing that had a huge impact on my journey was volunteering. IAG posts a lot of opportunities in our classroom about volunteering opportunities or conference, internships. So you can just apply. So I volunteered at international forums, events in Geneva, Paris, and elsewhere. At first, you might think, why should I volunteer? It's free. I'm not getting paid. But volunteering can give you something extremely valuable when you are starting your career. It's access to great people, access to networking. You get access to people, conversations, organizations, and environments that you might not otherwise experience. And I learned that many opportunities don't come from simply clicking an apply button online. Sometimes they come because you showed up, you introduce yourself, you ask someone a question, and you stayed in touch. And one conversation sometimes can open an unexpected door. And throughout my studies, I also tried very different jobs and internships. I work in hospitality, I work in education, I taught students online, and not every experience was directly connected to my dream career. And that's okay, because your first job doesn't have to be your dream job. Your first internship doesn't have to be at United Nations. Every experience can teach you something. Hospitality can teach you communication. Teaching can teach you patience and leadership. And small internship can teach you professionalism and responsibility. So especially when you're young, don't underestimate an opportunity simply because it doesn't look impressive on your CV. And ask yourself, what can I learn from this? So another important part of my university experience was becoming a student ambassador. I had opportunities to represent the university, meet prospective students, participate in university fairs, travel, and share my experience with others. And this helped me understand leadership differently. I used to think leadership meant having an impressive title or being the person in charge, but leadership can be much simpler than that. Leadership is about helping other people move forward. Sometimes it's answering a student's question, sharing your experience, encouraging someone who is unsure whether they can do something. So those small things matter. And today, I also get invited to conference and events as a speaker or content creator. And organizers just discover my LinkedIn profile. Dana sometimes offer me some webinars that I can participate as a main speaker. And it's all because of my LinkedIn and during my universities that I participated to a lot of conferences and my experience. So I want to tell students, don't wait until graduation to build your professional profile. create your LinkedIn, share what you are learning, post about the conference you attended, talk about your internship, connect with people you meet, and you don't need to pretend to be an expert. Just share your journey, because you never know who might see your profile. Sometimes you search for opportunities, and sometimes if you make yourself visible, opportunities come to you, not you come to opportunities. So eventually, all of these small experiences brought me to where I am today. I'm currently interning at the United Nations Economic Commission for Europe in Geneva, working with the UN Secretary General's Special Envoy for Road Safety. And if someone had told me younger version of me that one day I will be working at the United Nations, I'm not sure I would have believed them. But the important thing is that I didn't suddenly jump from being a student with no experience to working at the UN. There were many steps in between: MUN, volunteering, internships, student ambassador work, networking, conference, projects. Even the experience that seemed small at the time contributed something. And that's why I believe big opportunities are usually built from small ones. And at the end, I want to say thank you for listening, and thank you again, Danai and Aziz, for giving me the opportunity to share my experience with you. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Thank you so much, Dana, for the speech. I believe it will be very inspiring to those who are watching us right now. And yeah, so right now I think we covered a lot of ground from the application process and academic programs to student life. And I'd like to turn to the questions from the audience. I see already that we have a couple of questions from the chat, but also we have pre-sent questions through our registration form. So I think there will be questions both for Danai and for Dana. And the first one will be to Danai. So right now I have already completed the foundation year, and I'm currently enrolled in bachelor's program in business administration. Is it possible to transfer my existing academic credits to IAG, or would I have to start from the very first year?
Yes, the answer is yes. We accept transfer credits. Of course, we need to see the transcripts. I cannot tell you right now how many credits we can accept, but yes, we do accept transfer credits, and it's a case-by-case evaluation. So I would encourage you sending us your transcripts, and we'll let you know.
All right, okay. Is it possible to find part-time jobs or internships in Geneva if my primary languages are English and I'm currently learning German, but I do not speak fluent French yet?
Well, for international students, actually, it's not allowed to work while studying in Geneva. However, in Spain, it is possible. International students are allowed to have a part-time job for around 30 hours per week, if I'm not mistaken. Regardless the language, of course, it's always a plus when you speak the language of the country and of the city. But just have this in mind as an international student, which campus, which country you're coming to for studies, because there are some restrictions sometimes that it's not, for example, in Switzerland it's not possible. You can have an internship, but not a part-time, a real job.
Okay, I understand. Thank you. The question to Dana about the internships at the UN. Can you tell us how did you find this opportunity and what it's like to be a UN internship?
Actually, UN organizations, we have a lot of organizations like WTO, WHO, YPO. So I'm working currently at Economic Commission for Europe. My job is about working closely with Special Envoy about road safety. And sometimes we organize conference, and I have a lot of opportunity to meet ambassadors, to meet ministers, and representatives of different countries. So it gives me a lot of opportunities and experience to how to represent yourself in a higher level. In May, for example, we had high-level meeting, and I had a chance to meet Director General of WHO, World Health Organization. It was an amazing opportunity for me to learn how to behave on these situations and how to negotiate and do networking. So when you are at UN, you have a lot chance to try something, learn something new.
All right, okay. Again, question to Dana. Is it easy to make friends and connect with students from different countries while you're studying at the university?
I think yes, but mostly it depends on the person. For me, it was not difficult because I know I'm an extrovert person and I can make friends easily. But if you're really curious, if you want to learn new culture, new mentality, I think for every person it's interesting to make friends from different cultures. And especially during the university studies, it's very important that you have student life so that you don't waste your time. So even if you don't meet your friends at university, you can meet outside. For example, during the conference, I went to many international conference, for example, in Paris, and I met a lot of amazing people from around the world, and I made a lot of networking. So it's your chance, it's your opportunity, and it depends on you.
Okay, all right, great. Thank you for answering. So next question will be to Danai, I think. Can I apply to university through the Erasmus program?
Yes, it's a good question. No, I mean, of course you can apply, but it's not funded through the Erasmus, through the program. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, because we're a private institution and it's a different, completely different process and to get the funds from. I would say I don't have the statistics right now, but I would say I'm sure it's really high because once we get an application, when we evaluate an application, we we'll let you know if you're eligible to proceed further. So we won't encourage you to go to the interview, to go through the whole process unless you're eligible for the program, and then we will help you and we support you until you get your acceptance letter and so on. So yes, and we also, since we offer the pre-bachelor program, this acceptance rate is even higher, because if you're not eligible for the bachelor program, we offer you the pre-bachelor. So yeah, I would say it's a very high there's a very high acceptance rate. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So the question to both of our speakers, I guess, what is the approximate cost of living in Geneva for an international student?
I think Dana is more suitable to reply. Yeah, if you want to go first.
What's the question again?
What is the approximate cost of living in Geneva for an international student?
I think it also depends on person. How the more money you spend, I think it's the more high cost you have in Geneva. But it's possible to economize everything if you cook at home, and if you don't spend a lot of money to I don't know, to the parties, if you don't spend your time with your friends outside, for example. But it's very depends on person how you economize. So mostly it's about I think 2,000 francs for 1 month, the medium price.
I would agree, to be honest, because usually accommodation is around starts from 900 Swiss francs per month. Of course, it can go up to 1,500, 2,000 only for accommodation, but you can find even more affordable place to live. And then, yeah, approximately 1,000 for living costs, food, health insurance, and going out and stuff. Yeah, so yes, I agree that around 2,000 is a very good is a good amount of money per month.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Question to Dana about the student visa. Can you talk us about the process of applying to student visa? Was it hard or was it maybe not so hard?
I got my Schengen visa when I first applied in 3 weeks. And also it mostly depends on the cases. It was in November when I applied. And if you have perfect case, if your bank statements are okay, then you can get your visa so fast. So I just sent my documents about bank statement, about acceptance letter at IAG, and then housing confirmation that you have housing already. Because if you don't housing, that it's difficult to get your visa.
All right. Dana, maybe you want to add any information about the student visa for international students?
Yes, of course. As Dana said, it depends. It's a case by case also application and how this whole process, how fast can this whole process go. We have a separate student service department that assists everyone individually with that. And of course, we make sure to send you all the documents and everything and to support everyone through this whole process.
All right. Okay. So I think we'll have a couple of last questions. Let's go with this one. So how does the IAG support international students who are adapting to life in Switzerland for the first time?
Yeah, so during the first, we always organize an orientation week during the first week of each semester, and we have this specific student service department that will take you, in the city center and of course, give you information about how to open a bank account, of all these kind of processes that every international student needs to know once they arrive. And of course, we connect you with our current students, with older students, master students, bachelor, everyone. We're a small institution, we're a small community. There's a very friendly atmosphere on campus, and I think that's how we try to make everyone feel welcome and safe here.
Okay. Dana, maybe you'd like to add something about your personal experience. How was your adapting process to life in Switzerland, in Geneva?
Close connections with professors, we can talk closely with them, as we don't have so many students at IAG because it's private, and so during your studies you can ask any questions, and our students also are so friendly. If you have questions, they can answer you, they can help you. And for me also, when freshmen ask me questions at IAG, I'm very glad to happy them. So yeah, you're so friendly.
All right. Okay. So think we'll have our last question. And for students who want to build an international career, how does IAG help them move from university into the job market?
Yeah, it's something that we really discuss a lot. I know it's really important for everyone. We really try to provide as many opportunities as possible on campus by organizing career days. Once per semester, we invite guest speakers to give presentations to students. Of course, we do company visits. And all these collaboration we have with UNA, this kind of smaller or bigger events that we try to organize, the alumni events we organize to connect current students and alumni. All these events really focus on connecting students with the labor market. So yeah, and the career advisor, of course, that we have on campus, who really guides everyone individually to apply for internships, for jobs, and so on.
All right, okay. So I think it's a good place to wrap things up. Dada, thank you so much for joining us and giving our viewers a better understanding of IEG.
Thank you too.
Any last few words for potential students of IEG?
Thank you very much again for organizing this and for inviting us. I would say that if you have any kind of questions, let us know. We can always connect you with our graduates, current students. Like Dana said, she's always happy to talk to new students. So let us know if you have any kind of questions, and we'll guide you and we'll help you as much as possible. And yeah, we're here to assist you.
Great. And Dana, of course, thank you so much for sharing your personal experience with us. Maybe a few words from your side, from the student's perspective.
So thank you again for this webinar. One thing I want to tell to students, don't be afraid to start something, and you never feel ready if you always think, you always procrastinate for tomorrow. If you feel that something is for you, then just change it. You don't have to stay in that place if you don't like it. Yeah. Good luck, everyone.
Great. So thank you so much for those who joined us today, for your questions in the chat. It was really interesting. And that's it. Educational Bridge will continue bringing students from Central Asia closer to universities around the world. We hope to see you at our next webinar. Have a great evening and see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.